All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Thursday night's coverage here at RaceFace. It's start of a new season, correct? This is the Custom Cut RT Solutions GT3 series, proudly brought to you by RaceFace with support sponsors by Resource Complete, Statement Watches, PWSR. My name is Alan Patterson, and I have been requested and have gladly accepted to bring the coverage to you from Nürburgring, and we are officially live into qualifying. There is 22 minutes of quali to go. We have been asked to try and delay the start of the race a couple of minutes just to cater for some of the drivers that are trying to get in due to load shedding. So we're a little bit behind the 9 o'clock race start for that specific reason. So we're going to hold thumbs and hope everybody that is shedding between 7 to 9 or whatever that schedule is, they'll be able to get online and connect. So hopefully we'll get them all in the race. Right. So. A lot of new names and teams that are going to be shown tonight. We ran through a pile of updates on the skins, so hopefully I have everything, and everything that you sent to Bertus has in fact come through to myself, and we will do our utmost to provide you with some exceptional coverage tonight of the racing from Nürburgring. With just over 21 minutes of qualifying to go. Just trying to get my... Yes, okay, so that is working well. And the YouTube's live. Good evening to everybody and welcome to the RaceFace YouTube live stream. Mr. JC Krobler, who was first there, good evening. Ken A, Kyle Ferreira. Glad to have everyone on board. Aiden, Bernard Barkhuizen, good evening and welcome. Thanks for joining. And yeah, let's have a good night's racing. Feel free to bounce any questions, discuss anything. We'll do our best to provide some answers. I also believe Steve Koenig is showing a friend or a newcomer the ropes as far as sprint racing goes. So he is not joining me tonight. He is driving in one of the other divisions. So yeah, there we go. We'll see how it goes. Right off the bat, we have Mr. Jordan Sherritt up at the sharp end of the stick, a 153.385. Very quick times already at Nürburgring. Daniel Rowe from Hybrid Academy in second, not too far back. Well, in sim racing, it's quite far, but I'm sure everyone will get up to pace shortly. Still a lot of time. The other latest new member of Hybrid Academy, this is Mr. Luke Addison, and he is currently in third place, out in one of the new liveried Hybrid Academy Aston Martins. Cars are looking awesome this evening. And he, in fact, goes second quickest above Daniel Rowe. So we have Hybrid Academy second, third, and fourth right now. Etienne Kleb just decided to spoil that fun. He pops into fourth place. Bernard King, he's sixth at the moment, 1.5 seconds back. Christopher Radloff, seventh in the pits. Ryan Ottens, eighth. Dwayne Hall, ninth. Mark Antle, 10th. Scrolling through the names, seeing who and what and where. We also have the McCalls. They are still busy getting their setups right and their footing, and I'm sure we'll see them up there at the sharp end of the stick shortly. Morgan McCall, currently 24th, and Junior McCall somewhere there or thereabouts. I can't see him right now. And just need to say again a big thanks and a big shout out to the official title sponsors. This is Custom Cut IT Solutions. They have come on board with a very generous sponsorship for the season, and we're very, very thankful to them, and hope if anybody's looking for any kind of IT solution support, probably sales, get hold of the guys at Custom Cut IT Solutions, and they'll hook you up. Right, here we have our first little bit of an issue. Unfortunately, it seems the skin that we have been given for Mr. Rowe is not correct, or something's wrong somewhere, but whatever he's got is not what I have. So we'll keep that in mind. And Mr. Tariq Adam pops straight up into 4th place, also for Hybrid Academy. So clearly the strongest team out there at the moment, with a really great lineup. Ryan Barrington Smith straight up into 5th place. He does very well for Team LNR, Logistical Nightmare Racing. And there's Junior McCall. He goes up into 6th place. No, he goes into 4th. So, good result from Junior with a white Mercedes. I think that's also a skin problem. Do you have the whole package of zipped skins from Bertus? And I don't believe we got anything for the McCalls. So, next race, let's get some updated stuff if you have it. Yo, tough crowd in the chat this evening on YouTube. Easy to beat Jordan, just punt him. Yeah, I don't think that's the right way to do it, Mr. Krobler. But yeah, it's going to be good to see if somebody can bring the fight to Jordan tonight. Jordan in the ATK Mercedes-Benz. Besides a couple, also obviously the ATK Academy being the McCalls. But Team Hybrid Academy are definitely bringing the fight up to Jordan, and we'll see how this goes tonight. 15 minutes left of qualifying. Looking to see who is possibly out on a quick lap at the moment. I've got Jacques Vermeulen in one of the Bentleys. Specifically Team Banana Boat. It's also obviously a bit of a support by LNR on the door panels, the logo. Jack currently up a couple of tenths. Let's see if he can get this round to the line and if he'll improve. Oh dear, and he's just abandoned that lap. Heinrich de Vet just on his on an outlap, and he has just dropped off his pace at the moment. We'll come back and catch up with him. Daniel de Villiers, yeah, a couple of cars that are just skinless here, unfortunately. Although I'm not too sure, that might be what he has entered with the turquoise mirrors and winglets and the rims. Daniel trying to get a quick lap in. Right, Bertus Janse van Rensburg currently in 23rd, and he's on a very quick lap. He's almost a good 4 tenths at the moment, so we'll see where he goes. It's quite a striking livery we've got out there. Bertus Janse van Rensburg, part of Black Widow Racing. Up through the Schumacher chicane, very tricky part of the track. and you need a very good setup in the car to obey your instructions to take that flat out. And then that's a very tricky little left in this right-hander onto the back straight now, on their way up to the final little chicane before they take the last corner and onto the start-finish straight. We'll see how Bertus Janssen van Rensburg does here. He's still up on his delta, currently 23rd, and let's see where this pops him up to. Misses the apex a little there, but gets a late apex. Good run. Yeah, he's thrown a good bit of that time away. And he goes up to 21st, so jumps 3 positions, but there was a lot more in it for him there. Jordan Sherritt currently on a quick lap. He's just gone out, as you can see, still in first sector. So we'll come back and catch up where he is. Nobody else at the moment, so Jordan Sherritt at 53.385. However, Daniel Rowe is now up into second place and in the thousandths of Jordan Sherritt's time. So we have competition for this evening, make no mistake, and this should prove a very interesting battle to watch. Daniel Rowe, his best, a 153.4. Jordan Sherritt a 153.3, so pretty much there or thereabouts. I'm just watching Jordan Sherritt. He's still carrying a little bit of time improvement here as he comes through the final chicane. Looks like he nailed that last corner. Got to get this apex right, which he does. He's picked up some time, in fact, and this is going to improve. He goes over for a 153.223. Gets a 10th up on his time. Rowe, Edison, Junior McCall also in the pits. So we have Hybrid Academy in second, just about rolling out the pits now. Luke Addison still sitting in the pits in third. Junior McCall in the pits in fourth. Tariq Adam also for Hybrid Academy in one of the McLarens, and he's in fifth place. He's not there yet time-wise. Paul Gerber, we're going to jump down to 10th place. Team Tryhard Racing. And he goes over the line, and he improves, goes from 10th up to 7th with a 154.4. So good time there. The other Team Hybrid Academy member, Mr. Johan Bega Grobler, is on a lap and currently a 10th up. Looks like the car of choice for these guys is definitely the McLaren. Mr. Berryman on YouTube, buddy, how are you? Jeez, we haven't spoken in yonks. I'm well, thank you. And good to see you. Haven't seen you on the track anyway for a while, but I'm sure that's life and everything's going well your side, buddy. Okay, we're watching Johan Bega Krobler, currently 6th and still up on his delta. So if he can get this round, halfway through, just finished the first sector, into the second sector now, heading up to the Schumacher chicane. Blitzes through there, the line looks perfect. Plants it through the last chicane. Got one more corner to go and he's up. Johan's up. Not too sure how much yet. We'll see. He's currently in 6th. A second off the pace. And he goes up to 4th place. That was good 4/10 there. A 153.916. So great time by Johan. Up into 4th. Bumps Junior to 5th. And Tariq Adam down to 6th place. Besides Junior and Sherritt in the top 10, Ryan Barrington is the first of the non-hybrid academy runners for LNR, Logistical Nightmare. He is his quickest, a 154.3, and he's just started a lap in the wailing Audi R8. We'll see how he does on this lap. We are under 10 minutes, in fact 7 minutes left of this official qualifying session, so guys are running out of time. If they want to be anywhere near the sharp end of the stick, they better get it done right now. And just watching the timing screen, Jan Vega is actually going a little bit quicker on another lap. We'll jump back to him. He is on his way up the hill, and oops, he does have a bit of traffic ahead. Either that or it's a planned for draft, but he's still up. Other McLaren gets out the way there, and I'm sure this is going to help your hunt to get a good draft up to the chicane, and hopefully it doesn't hold him up at all. He is in fact still up. This is a great time. It's this last little section here. There he slowed a little bit. He's lost a bit of time there. Right into the final corner, and he is right under the wing of this Aston. Not sure who it is, but does he improve? He doesn't. That was a 153.916. He stays fourth. Keegan Masters in nothing else but that familiar Porsche. Keegan Masters in ninth. Oh, and he just lights up the rear tires and loses the back end. So Keegan Masters back to pits. Ryan Barrington goes up into 7th, I think. No, that's where he was. Luke Addison, slight improvement, but still half a second off. Vega Grobler leaving the pits, so he's going to go and have another go at this, and we are down to official time, just under 5 minutes. Byron, my man, he's there on the YouTube channel. I'm so sorry. Just stand by in case your power comes on like soon. I'm not sure when it went off, but maybe you're still going to get it. Maybe you're still going to get a chance to get in. Carl Ferreira going to go and sit in the rig. You sit there and put your finger on the on-off button and hold it. Ken A shouting for Team Hybrid. Yeah, listen. The powerhouse that is Team Hybrid, they are certainly bringing it to Mr. Sherritt for the ATK in the ATK Mercedes. So let's see what happens at race time. On my timing sheet, I don't see anybody improving yet, so I think we're pretty much there or thereabouts. I do have Derek Peters down in 34th place, who's giving this BWR Mercedes a good hiding, and he's going to improve here. So Derek Peters in 34th, his best a 55.5, and he is well up. So here comes an improvement. This should put him above 30th, yep, up to 27th. In fact, that's a great lap in the dying moments there for Derek. He pops up into 27th. Paul Gerber, Team Tryhard, and he is in 10th place at the moment, thundering along in the V8 Aston, and he is slightly up. Yes, probably about 2/10. Aerial view of the Schumacher SE's very tricky part of the track. And this very tricky corner, off camber, difficult braking point, very easy to run wide, and too many run wides, you're going to get a off-track excursion and drive-throughs. So Don't do it. Koppel's off there. Watching. Oh, yes. Paul Cab is definitely up on his Delta here. He's carrying a huge amount of pace. This is going to improve him from 10th. He'll go up probably 7th, maybe even up to 6th. If he can just get this to the end. Comes out in the final turn. That's great. Let's see where he goes from 10th place. And up he goes to 7th. Great last lap. A 1:54.1. And that's a second off Mr. Sherritt's time. Ryan Barrington, here he comes, and he's also up, well up in the Audi. So him from 8th, let's see where Ryan Barrington Smith goes, and he goes up to 6th in the last couple of minutes. So another good result. Junior McCall is up. He's just started a lap. Lionel Clue, he's up for Team BWR. Lionel Clue down in 10th, and he's carrying a bit of pace, so he should improve. We'll watch him carry on with his lap. Does well going through there. Aston gets out the way for him. That Delta slowly leaving Lionel Clue's grasp as he hammers through that last chicane and throws it away. I'm sure he's actually gone. He has. So that's the end of that as far as he's concerned. Junior, he's up. So Junior coming onto the back straight. See if he can get this to the start finish line and make it count. He is, wow, very close on the back of Johan Bega Krobler. That differential about 3 thousandths. And Junior, in fact, is up, so this is going to improve him. He's going to go up from 5th for sure. How far, we're about to find out. And he goes to 4th. Bumps Bega Krobler down to 5th. So that's it. We're now in maximum wait time, overtime, whatever you want to call it. But quali is done. Anybody on an outlap now, it's their last chance. Tariq. This is an official lap, and he is 10th up as he goes through the end of Sector 1. I heard him lift a little bit there with the McLaren, so clearly they've got to just keep a bit of control as they go through that chicane. And he's going up even more, so Tariq improving on his lap time. Sherritt's also out. The rest of the field is in the pits. There's only 2 cars still out at the moment, so we're going to keep our eye on Tariq as he comes up the back straight. Currently in 8th. Oh yes, he hammered that chicane. He got through there perfectly. Grabs the apex. He is up. This is going to bump him above Morgan McCall. And it does. He goes up to 6th. So Ryan Barrington comes down to 7th. Tariq into 6th. So we've got Hybrid Academy 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th. The 4-man pack with Junior McCall thrown in the mix, who is part of the 80K Academy, chasing Jordan Sherritt for 80K. It's going to be a good race. Time is 3 minutes past 9, and I'm sure if there are anybody's trying to get in, they are frantically trying right now. Eric Peters still, there we go, he's on the grid. They're on the grid. Going to go to a quick little ad break, so stand by. Righty. Back, ready, drivers on the grid, and it's a full grid to say the least. We have 36 official entries. Jordan Sherritt right up at the front end of the grid. Daniel Rowe in second place next to him. Luke Addison on the second row with Junior McCall next to him. And third row, Johan Baker Krobler and Tariq Adams. So first, second and third rows full of blue Hybrid Academy, Team Hybrid Academy cars. Seventh, Ryan Barrington Smith with Morgan McCall in eighth place. Ninth, Paul Gerber. 10th, Johannes Kralen. Top 10. Very close. And we're just going to wait for the countdown to get done and dusted, and we will then get the opening season underway. Proudly brought to you by Custom Cut IT Solutions, together with RaceFace, your favorite racing league, Resource Complete, Statement Watches, and PWSR. And I think with the prize money that has been put into the pool by Custom Cut IT Solutions, we're going to see, or we should see, a lot of drivers showing some interest here, and the racing should be a very tight, hard-fought affair, if you ask me. Right, engines are firing. We will be getting into the rolling pace lap shortly. Right, there we go. So, first pace lap, out lap. Unfortunately, we've got a little issue with Daniel Rowe's skin. So, I know it's black on the stream, but it is Daniel Rowe and it is a Hybrid Academy car. Luke Addison, one of the latest and newest members to Hybrid Academy, and still preferring to run in one of the more secure, stable Aston Martins. So, which I'm sure he's entitled to do, and the team obviously developed the cars independently. But Johan Bago, Tariq, Daniel, they're all in the famous McLarens. Ryan Barrington, the quickest of the Audis. Morgan McCall, another Mercedes, so 3 Mercedes in the top 10. 2 Audis, in fact, because we've also got Johannes Kralen here for Retro Slipstream, and he's also managed to get into 10th place. So 2 Audis, 3 McLarens, 3 Mercedes, and a handful of Aston Martins. Good mix. First Porsche, our usual Keegan Masters, and he's in 13th, and one of the other brands, Jason McGregor, running one of the big Lamborghinis, and Mark Antel in a BM down in 21st, representing the BMW team. And the first Lexus, I beg your pardon, the first Bentley for Vermeulen in 12th, and Radloff in 15th in the Lexus. So good mix and match. Guys are going to be having some butterflies now. You can see Daniel Rose just doing his thing, hammering that those brake pads to build up temperature, which in turn helps to build up the tire pressures. I was also witness to quite a severe dishing out of drive-through penalties in one of the other leagues on Monday here at Nürburgring, where 4 drivers all got drive-throughs. Nothing of the sort happened on the Wednesday night race last night, so it's clearly still a little funky issue going on within Assetto Corsa, or the drivers are just not in the right positions, but hopefully we don't have any of that tonight. They start getting into double file. Hope you're ready on the YouTube. We're about to get going. Carl Ferreira saying power's just come on. He's going to see if he can get in and go. Good luck. There we go. It's green. They're off. And I don't see any DT messages on the screen, so it looks like it's a great start. Everybody's going down to T1, and let's hold our breath for this. Ooh, they all arrive and the concertina effect happens. I think it's just back from 10th. There was a bit of contact, but top 10 seem to be through and going. Don't worry about the timing boards. As we can see, it's an ATK Mercedes in the front, so Sherritt has made the jump, but Daniel Rose right there. And behind him, it's Addison in the Aston. 4th place, Junior McCall. And then it's, oh, there's people hitting some cones out the way. Still watching from the aerial cam, and everything's looking good. Looking further back, Tariq Adam right in the middle of it. Timing screens are still jumping around, so we'll just stay here and wait for it to settle itself down. But great start predominantly. The whole train of cars, as you can see, all the way back down to the hairpin. So pretty much your top 10 got through the Mercedes complex and the rest of the track good. Somebody running a little bit wide as they came through the Schumacher chicane back there. Jordan Sherritt coming into the final complex. And he is trying to put daylight between him and Mr. Rowe already. First lap, there we go. Jordan Sherritt up and running. Daniel Rowe charging after him. Hybrid Academy 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th. I'm sorry, 6th, 7th. Jordan McCall and Morgan McCall up into 4th and 5th respectively. Going to drop a little bit back and see what else is going on. It's Junior McCall. All taking their time as they go through the Mercedes-Benz complex. Further back, Johan Bego down in 7th place. So everyone's settling down now and going to get onto the into their race. Ryan Barrington-Smith in 8th. And no, there's been a position change there, in fact. Krayling has gone past Mr. Barrington-Smith. He has. So Krayling is up into 8th. Ryan Barrington-Smith down to 9th. And 10th place, it's Brandon Kruger. So possibly a little bit of a problem somewhere around within the last 2 laps for Barrington-Smith. But long way to go. This a 75-minute race, I believe. So there will still be a pit strategy going on, and we shall see what transpires. You are watching the Custom Cut IT Solutions Nürburgring GT3 series by RaceFace, your favorite racing league, Resource Complete, and Statement Watches and PWSR. Luke Addison closing in on Daniel Rowe. So the hybrid cars, and in fact Junior McCall getting very close as well. We'll just we'll keep our eye on this lot. They're all kind of looking. Also just further behind, Tariq Adam looking at the back of Morgan McCall. So the two Mercedes ATK Academy Mercedes here in a full-on hybrid Academy sandwich. Ken A on the YouTube channel saying, yep, everybody needs to keep their heads and keep it clean. 20 grand in total, 20,000 rands worth of prize money being put up by Custom Cut IT Solutions, which will be distributed amongst top positions, top teams, etc., etc. So it's going to be an awesome season, and we're going to follow it from beginning to end, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the live streams. Feel free to chat a little bit on the YouTube if you want, ask questions or give us your opinions, and let's enjoy the racing. Brandon Kruger getting a huge amount of pressure from Mr. Lionel Clue. Brandon Kruger, Kinetic Simworks Racing. Lionel Clue, Team Black Widow. And Lionel Clue wanting a way past. He is just... the pressure is immense right now. It's going a little bit back up. Tariq Adam looking at the back of Morgan McCall. They're all running defensive down to T1. Look at this. There's a whole lot going on here. Junior McCall putting a pile of pressure on Daniel Rowe, and they're very close up right now behind Daniel Rowe. They got a single file through the Mercedes complex. Out the other side they go. I'm going to go to Helican because this is hectic. These four, you could throw a blanket over them. So Sherrod on his way up the road already, 2.5 seconds from Luke Addison, the newest member of Hybrid Academy. But Daniel Rowe taking a huge amount of pain from Junior McCall. Morgan McCall following in close suit, and behind them Tariq Adam and Bega Krobler all the way down to 7th place. So this isn't an if, this is a when as far as the pass is going to happen. Daniel Rowe going to have to not only try and put some daylight between him and Junior, but he's also got to watch for attacks coming from behind. Oh gosh, that's late braking by Junior McCall. He is all over the back of this McLaren. I don't know, if you look at that picture, you'd kind of think that Daniel Rowe's holding up the train here. And he's not exactly slow at the best of times. Junior looking just before the chicane. That's not going to work. That'll just end in tears. Oh, Junior catches a bit of a tank slapper through there, but grabs it, holds on to it. Into the final corner they come. Oh, Tariq Adam very close, looking at the back of Morgan McCall. And he moves out towards turn 1. Junior looks, Tariq looks, he's trying to brake hard up the inside. Tariq's next to Morgan. Morgan has the inside for the next section into the Mercedes-Benz complex, holds his position, and Tariq has to lift and back out of that. Boys are getting excited here. This is good racing, gentlemen. Oh, bad luck, Byron. His power's only just come back on now. It's 9:20, so yeah, bad luck, man. Unfortunately, you can't, the organizers can't just bump the start down, because then other people will disconnect when their power goes off. It's this Eskom thing, I don't want to get into that. So, righty-ho. I'm kind of hanging around here because this is a very close dice to watch. But I'm going to just go and have a look around. In fact, the gaps are pretty even down here. Dwayne Hall. There's a lot of traffic going on here, but Dwayne Hall team Retro Electro, and he's behind his teamie, which is not really Jason Isherwood, Retro Esports. The car just looks almost the same, but and then Paul Herbert just behind them. Oh dear, and who's that? Is that Dwayne? No, it's Jason. No, it's not. It was Dwayne. He just ran straight through that braking point, missed it completely. So he's lost 2 or 3 positions. That you cannot blame on the commentator. No, I won't accept. Mark Antel. Gorgeous looking purple BMW. Mark Antel for he's the teamie of Retro Slipstream, and he is right under the wing of Derek Peters, heading down to turn 1, and he pulls out to try and brake into turn 1, hard braking into the apex. Derek Peters kind of lifts just in case. That pass is nice and cleanly done. Mark Antel bumps up into 27th. Runs a little wide there. Beware to do that one too many times, sir. One will be punished severely. Oh, gosh. Aren't they tight coming out of the Mercedes-Benz complex? Peters definitely wanting to come back on him. Back up to the front here. Junior McCall, Morgan McCall, kind of spacing out a little bit by the looks of things. No, they're all still there. And just behind, in fact, behind Bago, we've got Krayling and Barrington. Krayling still ahead. Ryan Barrington Smith in his Audi, and they are nose to tail, 8th and 9th place. Bernard Barkhuizen on the YouTube saying very good racing. Seriously, I mean, these top 7, you know how powerful and how strong they are. Guys are having some great racing going on here. And Luke Addison all on his own here in 2nd place. I mean, you can't see Sherritt, who's so far up the road. That gap, 4.2 seconds. And look behind, Daniel Rowe getting more pressure and getting attacked again from young Junior McCall. Youngsters are starting to just get out of hand here, really. But driving really well. If Daniel makes a mistake, Junior's going to have him. Oops, changed the channel there somehow. I'll just put that back there. There we go. Cockpit view with Junior McCall looking up ahead at the McLaren of Mr. Rowe. It's so close you can't even see the diffusers. He gets that close. Through the Schumacher SEs, up this hill, carrying as much pace as you can, hard braking here, take a lot of that inside apex, drift a little wide, then get your line right for the back straight and climb on it without hitting the sand. You hit the sand there, it slows you down terribly. Here we go up to the next chicane, and these are in fact back markers here in between already. That's Luke Addison, so just ahead of him I think is a back marker. And there we go for another lap. Yeah, Luke Addison, he is fighting here with, I think it's Sean Skitter. It is Sean Skitter who just drives off the track to get out the way. It's a great way to get out the way. Thank you, sir. Sean Skitter already been in the pits, as you can see, as has Kyle Ferreira. So these gents are down in 35th and 36th respectively. Bernard King. Tina Nkubi, one of the new members who's joined, and he is getting a pile of pressure from Mr. Peter Westhuizen, or he has just gone past Mr. Peter Westhuizen. They're very close, passing all the way up and down the field. As the clock counts down, we're coming down to the 60-minute mark. So hard braking there. Mr. Westhuizen, be careful. It's so easy to actually just accidentally tap the back of somebody in braking zones. And Mr. Westhuizen missing his line there because he was so close to the back of Nkubi. Up to the top of the hill, he's dropped back a little bit. Go back up and see what's going on here. Right, I do believe Daniel Rowe, they are closing in on the back of young Luke Addison, so possibly he had a problem with some traffic, but something's not right there with the Aston, and Daniel Rowe's now, well, that gap's half a second, if that. Junior McCall not too far back and still tracking under the wing of Daniel Rowe. Junior McCall in 4th. His elder brother Morgan in 5th. And Morgan holding back Tariq Adam and Bega Krobler, the other pairing of Hybrid Academy. And that is your top 7. Then we have the 2 Audis. Jonas Kralen, he is pulling out a little bit of a gap. 8/10, almost up to a second now. And Ryan Barrington Smith with Brandon Kruger in 10th place. I thought he was losing control there, but Brandon Kruger in 10th in his Aston. Etienne Kleb, and right there is Keegan Masters in his Porsche. So Keegan Masters improved because I think he was in 13th. So, and he is putting on a bunch of pressure on the back of Etienne Kleb. So Keegan Masters, the most dedicated and most, what's the right word here? The biggest fanboy for Team Porsche. I've never seen him in anything except a Porsche for the last 1.5 years at least. But he stays in the car and he really enjoys it. Looking at the gaps further down. Oh, hello, Mr. Jacques Vermeulen. Looking at the back of Christopher Radloff. Oh, that's late braking there by the big Bentley. Onto the start-finish line. Whoops, and in the background, it's Paul Fenter, and he got a little bit of a tank slap in his Bentley. This is also Team Banana Boat with LNR logo on the side. I need to find out what that's all about. Maybe it's LNR's sub-team name, possibly. And behind him, Hannes van Wyk. Hannes van Wyk looking at the back of a very wide Boatley. Oh, just up ahead, Jacques and Radloff next to each other. So Vermeulen gets the pass done through the Mercedes-Benz complex, and he goes up into 14th. Christopher Radloff dropping back a little bit. Going up ahead, let's have a look here. Junior McCall, as close as he's ever been under the wing of Daniel Rowe. Pit window is now open for the next 57 minutes. So everybody's in the pit window if they want to do their pit stops. Keegan Masters just jumping back to 12th place. And look at him. Again all over the back of Etienne Kleb. And Keegan definitely under the in the draft and looking for a way past. Doing well for the highest running Porsche, and he gets a great run through there, but nothing much he can do. Into the final corner, has to just hang in here, and hopefully he can get a draft down to T1 and maybe try and outbrake Etienne Kleb into T1. Favorite braking point. We're going to go to the helicam here, and look at the defensive line by Etienne. He goes right up to the pit wall. Now Keegan heads back out to the inside on the brakes, but nothing happening. Etienne Kleb's got that braking point dialed in, and Lionel Clue also arriving on the scene. So the three of these guys now going through the Mercedes-Benz complex. I tell you what, Keegan Masters looking very, very racy out there. Hangs a lookout coming into this fast left. I'll tell you, Etienne Kleb is watching in his mirrors. He can't just drive the normal racing line. He has to run defensive into some corners because Keegan is right there in the Porsche. Looking on the opposite side of the track. Wow, yeah, Johannes Kreyling, look at them. Jeepers, the two Audis and B. Kruger, Brandon Kruger. These guys are having a huge dice. Gosh, what is the timing screen doing? We've had an issue here. So Daniel Rowe, we've missed this. He's dropped down to 7th. So he's had a moment somewhere. The front of that McLaren's looking all bent. Look at that. So it wasn't B. Kruger. It's actually Daniel Rowe. I wasn't sure if the timing screen got a glitch. So Junior McCall has passed, and he is now up into 3rd place. Morgan still in 4th. Tariq 5th, Bega Krobler 6th, Kreyling 7th, and Daniel Rowe and Barkhuizen. Daniel Rowe goes into the pits, so I think this is an early pit stop and to fix a bit of damage. Oh, the front of that McLaren looking very second hand, so we missed that, but there's been an issue there. We'll keep our eye on this, on the development here. Right, on the hour, just under the hour, Jordan Sherritt, 11 laps, quickest lap time of 1:54.2. The next nearest man to his lap time is Tariq Adam, a 1:54.5. Interesting. Luke Addison hanging on to 2nd place. He is 6.5 seconds down the road, with Junior McCall only 1.1 seconds back in 3rd place. Daniel Rowe still in the pits, so he's definitely doing a bodywork repair. Can't see if he's rolling yet. Can't even find this man's car right now. Yep, there he is. No, wrong car. Not moving. There he comes, and there we go. Front of that McLaren's all fixed up. So Daniel comes out in 30th, and he's pitted, finished. I'm sure he's going to run to the end from here, but he's had to obviously fix up some damage. I'm sorry we missed that. We were watching one of the other dices further down the grid. Tariq Adam closing in on the back of Morgan McCall now. Ken Ace, shout out to Luke from both his sisters who are watching the race. Young Luke Addison doing a superb job in the Hybrid Academy, Aston Martin. Clean run in 2nd place. All right, he's a little ways off the legendary Jordan Sherritt, but Luke's still doing a sterling job out there and flying the flag for Hybrid Academy. Morgan McCall looking at the back of the younger brother, Junior. And Tariq is right there. Should a drama happen anywhere, Tariq is going to jump on this. And these three are kind of broken away a bit from Bago. So Bago off the back of these three by 1 point something seconds, about 1.8 seconds. Oh, Lionel too. Something's going on back here. Let's go and see. Now then, spaced out, a little bit of spaced out. We're showing 2/10, 1/10, very close here. Oh, and in fact, Keegan Masters has... Oh, no, wait, something's going on. They're tiptoeing past a... Keegan Masters up into 10th. Is that Lionel Clue? Was. So Etienne Kleb just went past Lionel Clue, I think. Possibly just handing the position back for taking it incorrectly. Hannes van Wyk in 15th place. Also part of Black Widow Racing. Some new color schemes. And wow, is there pressure here or is there pressure? Hannes van Wyk with Ryan Ottens and Dwayne Hall. The three of them nose to tail. And Ryan Ottens looking ahead as well as keeping an eye on the mirror as Dwayne Hall is looking to excuse me, to get past the front of... Oh, hello. Van Wyk running wide and getting a very bad line through there. Ryan Ottens trying to find another way to come through, and oh, this is getting all close here. They're next to each other and they go side by side. Ooh. No team orders here, that's for sure. Hannes van Wyk and Ryan having huge races. Tariq Adam pushing on the back of Morgan, who is following in Junior McCall's racing line down the main straight, and they start lap 14. Tariq looking, he's planning a move here somewhere. He's looking to see where Morgan is possibly slower. Morgan, obviously, there's got to be some form of Rob will have some kind of ruling in place, I'm sure. Maybe the boys can race each other, but no contact allowed. I don't know. You know, every team has their own kind of rulings. But right now, Tariq is very close, and I'm sure Morgan's going, come on, Butt, drive. I'd say Junior is actually holding him up a little bit right now. But let's see what develops. You are joining us on Thursday night at RaceFace.pro. This is the Custom Cut IT Solutions GT3 season, starting off here at Nürburgring. Great news on support sponsor from Custom Cut, and a full 20,000 Rand up for grabs to be distributed amongst top finishers, top teams, all the way through the season. So an awesome initiative, and great to see some real prize money in local sim racing to help boost our sim racing. Watching Tariq Adam looking at Morgan McCall, and Morgan so wants to get by here. Another lap done. Nice clean racing though. There you see Luke Addison not too far up ahead. Morgan running defensive now, goes up against the pit wall. He knows he can't leave that open. Tariq's going to look. Tariq is right there. Tariq staying out. Morgan leaves his braking late. Tariq nails his braking. That was a big mistake by Morgan, and Tariq makes the pass. He just missed his braking point by 2 meters, and that put Morgan out on the outside of T1. Tariq nailed his braking marker, and he just sailed through, and we caught that. Bernard Barkhuizen would love to see the steering inputs. I'm sure I can make a plan here. I'm going to stay with Tariq Eden, and we're going to go to car input. No, that one doesn't work. Let's see if I can get steering. Here we go. Right, in car with Tariq, looking at the back of Junior McCall. Steering inputs. And looking very smooth as they go up the hill here. In the digital mirror on the dash, you can see Morgan right there, and up ahead Junior. And up ahead of all of them, Luke Addison now coming into some back marker traffic, who kindly moves over. Oh, this is going to get difficult as they come up to this traffic at the chicane. This is going to hold Junior up and give Tariq a big chance to get right underneath the wing. Still nothing that can be done. Slow markers. Okay, he moves out there. It's the black Ferrari. Junior goes through onto the start finish line, and off they go to start lap 16. Oh, Tariq looking up the inside. He almost got his nose up there. Wow, we just saw that, but sure, Junior was on the brakes. I'm going back to Helicam. Junior McCall's got another back marker that he's trying to negotiate, and the train behind him is right there. Tariq looking. Junior moves out, the back marker moves to the left, and the train of cars goes past. Well done. Yo, some good exciting racing going on here. And listen, let's not forget about Luke Addison just up ahead. Should he have a moment somewhere, Junior is going to be right on him. And coming with him is Tariq Adam. As I see further down, B. Kruger from 12th and Vermeulen, they both peel off and go into the pits, as do a couple of other cars. So we now have a pit window open. Coming on to 45 minutes, and this is pretty much 50-50 race distance. This is being a 90-minute race, I believe, yes. Yo, this big trouble going on here. Tariq now the sandwich between the ATK Academy drivers. He's trying to attack ahead, and he's got to keep his eye on Morgan behind him as we watch them belt down to turn 1. Morgan running very wide. Oh, going around the outside. They're all trying to avoid that car coming out the pit lane, and they do successfully. There's some awesome racing. Ken A saying Tariq is so talented. Yeah. But then again, listen, let's give credit where it's due. Jordan Sherritt is the best part of 8 seconds up the road. Now, that's talent against a strong field like this. Wow. Luke Addison doing well in second, but this dice is the dice we're watching right now. I'm sorry if I'm kind of stuck here, but this is very exciting racing up until they come to pit stops. And that's going to happen in the next lap or two. So we need to just hang around here and see what strategy, if any. Look at that, Tariq trying to cut up on the inside, going around the apex of the hairpin, and he's flashing at young Junior. So he's trying to now mentally unsettle Junior. let's just also remember this youngster in the white Mercedes is all of 12 or 13 years old. So that's also a huge achievement already. Right, here they come up to the last chicane, and if anyone's going to go into the pits, we shall find out shortly. Through the last chicane, anyone peeling off? Yes, Tarek does. So Tarek coming in now, and both Morgan and Junior go past. Right, Tarek, let's not get a drive through. Brake now. Pit limiter on. That looks perfect. Tarek into the pits. Jan Bego goes through, as do a couple of others. So we'll see. Tarek's going to obviously look at trying to do the undercut, hopefully come out in a bit more clear traffic. Some big gaps all the way around here. 13th place, Daniel De Villiers. Look at this. Wow. So here we have Daniel De Villiers in his Porsche, right under the wing of Mark Antle, the BMW, but behind him, Jason Isherwood in his McLaren. So big dice going on here. And just looking at the... Oh, there's a dive up the inside. Jason Isherwood sends the McLaren. De Villiers turns in, but thinks better of it and holds on to his line and gets into the Mercedes-Benz complex. Now they're going into the next set of corners. This tight hairpin. Jason Isherwood's got that McLaren so tight. Trying to go around the outside. Does go around the outside. That is impressive. And makes the pass stick. Jeepers. That's some great driving from Isherwood. From both drivers, in fact. Giving each other sufficient room. No contact. No knocking. Oh. That was close. De Villiers almost outbraked himself. And Derek Peters now in the big Mercedes, all over the back. Derek Peters for Black Widow Racing, all over the back of him. And behind him, no, they are lapping the Lamborghini, or have put a lap on the Lamborghini. Junior McCall in the pits, here we go. So, let's go and find Tarek, because this is the dice that we wanted to watch. Right, here he is. Tarek heading up to the Schumacher chicane. Hammers it through here and trying to get a fast lap in now. This is his second lap out from pit stop. And there we have Junior McCall in the pits. We've got Lionel Clue in the pits. So let's see where he comes out in comparison to Junior McCall, who he was right under the wing of, if you recall. Coming up the back straight, coming up to the chicane. Susan Sivitson shouting for De Vet. Susan Sivitson, my apologies. Oh, here we go. Tarek round the final corner and a bunch of drivers going to the pits. Junior McCall still in the pits. I can hear the car running. Junior's out, and here comes Tarek. And there is Junior, the white Mercedes. Oh, that Ferrari dust out the way. Tarek takes his racing line and comes out right behind Junior. So positions, the status quo stays the same. Pretty much as they were 3 laps back is how they are after their pit stop. That's some good stuff. Lionel Clue in 9th place. He has done his pit stop and he's out and going. So we've got some positions as Jordan comes in from the lead. As does Luke Addison following suit, and just behind Luke Addison, Morgan McCall, the elder brother. So here we go. Here comes a couple of other pit stops. Oh, Luke stopping a little bit early and wasting some time there. Morgan getting very close to him. It's a thing I say to the guys. When you guys have open practice servers, you have to practice driving in and out of the server, the pit lane, because you need to know where is the pit lane limiter and where you need to brake and engage your pit lane limiter. In that instance, I saw Luke Addison was way too early on his stop. Right, so Bego Krobler goes through, and this is our current race leader. Ryan Barrington-Smith then in second. Keegan Masters in his Porsche up into third. And a good handful of drivers in the pits. No drive-throughs issued at the moment, so everyone's kind of behaving. I'm sure there's a couple of drivers that have possibly driven off track. Might be carrying some track warnings or track cut warnings. So we're just going to wait for the this pit window to pass. Currently watching Bega Krobler as he heads up through the Schumacher chicane, and he is our current leader with Ryan Barrington 4.4 seconds back. Looking at the timing, deltas, Tariq Adam 4/10 behind Junior, so that dice is on straight away and is going to continue. And we'll watch that as we watch everybody else here. Right, Bago coming through the chicane. Is he going to peel off? Pit stop time? No, he's going to run further with the McLaren. So we're seeing a whole bunch of different strategies happen here. Clock goes into the 39-minute window. Sub 40 minutes. And there's still first to fifth have yet to pit, as has seventh place. Everyone else has pitted, so these guys are all still out and having a huge race here. Jordan Sherritt essentially is our first place man, and he is sixth overall, and the gap between him and Junior McCall, who is currently eighth but second in the race, it's about 7-8 seconds. Yeah, there we go. And there Isherwood comes into the pits now from his sixth place. Right. We've had an issue somewhere. Tariq Adam was behind Junior McCall. Tariq Adam has fallen back. He's dropped down to 11th. I'm just trying to catch up with the timing screens. So I've got Morgan McCall here, or have I got the McCalls the wrong way around? No, Tariq was behind Junior. So I think Tariq's had a problem somewhere, maybe with traffic or something. Missed that. Sorry, peeps. Aiden, sorry, man. Yep, Brandon Kruger did a great pit stop, but I'll tell you what, we've got 36 cars out here, so it's difficult to keep track of everybody. You'll obviously have more insight for your favored drivers and teamies. I didn't pick that up. I'm terribly sorry, man. Pretty much been monitoring what's going on up here with these guys. Right, Bago Krobler and Ryan Barrington go into the pits, which has our new race leaders, Keegan Masters, in the Porsche. Bernard Barkhuizen saying he had a great start and everything going well. Gert van Ecke, Derek Peters all the way from USA. So Gert very far away and watching the live stream from the big US of A. Brandon Kruger, Kinetic Simworks Racing, Prism. And he's currently in 11th, but busy passing two cars in the pits, I believe. So he is, he should be bumping up to 10th or 9th. We shall see. And still yet two cars out there that haven't pitted. Keegan Masters, that Porsche must be running on fumes. But he's definitely stretching that a long distance. Kralin still out in the Audi. Right, so Tariq Adam in 9th place behind Morgan McCall. Luke Addison, 1.8 seconds off the back of Junior McCall. And Junior McCall has also lost a few. No, he hasn't. Okay, timing screen's just catching up. Jordan Sherritt still in the lead by 8.5 seconds from Junior. Luke Addison 1.9 seconds back. There we go. Morgan in 4th. And Tariq 7th, which would be 5th when the two leaders pit. So it's all settling down. There we go. Jacques Vermeulen in his Bentley. He's within a second off the back of Lionel Clue. And there we go. Mr. Kralik into the pits from 2nd place. The Audi. So Jordan Sherritt, I hear him thundering past. So that's Jordan going back into 2nd place. Keegan Masters in his Porsche is still out in the lead. Junior McCall over the line, and Luke Addison 2.5 seconds off the back. So possibly there was some traffic interference just now, because Luke was quite close to the back of Junior. No. Again, here we have another position change, because now Junior is in fact net 2nd. So Luke must have had a problem somewhere, and Junior McCall has passed him. Yeah. So when Keegan comes into the pits, we'll have Sherritt go back into the lead. God, I can't keep up with the screen, how it's changing all the time. Now it had Krailing up there. Right, Krailing's now gone. Then we'll have Junior McCall in 2nd and Luke Addison in 3rd. So, yep, there was a position change here. Junior doing really well, but Luke Addison must have had a problem somewhere, and that allowed Junior to get him and go past. We did miss that. Morgan in 4th and Tariq Adam in 5th. Well, I'll tell you what, Tariq Adam, this delta is closing up. So Tariq closing in on the back of Morgan and probably going to try and make an attack at some point between now and the end of the race. Yeah, it's a challenge to commentate, stream, do camera control, look at the timing screens, and do this all solo. But hopefully you guys are getting the picture. Thankfully supported by Custom Cut IT Solutions, Resource Complete, Statement Watches, RaceFace.pro, and PWSR. This is Thursday night, the start of the new season, and we're at Nürburgring. Tariq Adam within a second now of Morgan McCall. Daniel Rowe down in 13th place. So Daniel Rowe hasn't had a good time of it here at Nürburgring. He's now right under the back of the wing of Krailing's Audi. He had an early pit stop, if you recall, due to a big problem somewhere and some damage, and hopefully he's got his pressures right, but he's running a super long, almost an hour's worth of racing on this set of tires and fuel. And Daniel currently in 13th place. ACC's timing system is notoriously well known for its problems. It's not the best timing system. Even the old AC timing system works and functions better. So you only get the Delta timing updates once the cars go through one of 3 sectors on the track. So anything can happen between 1 and 2 sectors. Tariq Adam, I've just watched him go from 8 tenths to 6 tenths on the back of McCall. By the next time we watch him, he might be ahead. it doesn't update on the fly, but you need to just unfortunately we have to put up with that. Anywho, here we go with half an hour left of this first Thursday night Div 1 race. Keegan Masters coming out the pits. He has finally pitted the Porsche, and see, we'll have to wait for the screen to update and see where he is. But that should now put Jordan Sherritt back in the lead. He is down here and already completing the first sector, heading into sector 2. And Jordan is up the road from Junior McCall by almost 10 seconds. Junior McCall is 2.3 seconds ahead of Luke Addison, and that was a position change we missed, unfortunately. But those are your top three for now. ATK Arena, ATK Pro, Jordan Sherritt, McCall for ATK Academy, and Luke Addison flying the flag for Team Hybrid Academy in third. Morgan McCall 1.8 seconds back, and Tariq Adam not that far. This gap, according to the timing screen, half a second. So Tariq desperately trying to close back up onto the back of Morgan McCall. Mr. Barkhuizen, thank you, sir. Hopefully I'm getting a decent bit of coverage over to you guys. You see some that's Morgan McCall flashing, in fact. So Morgan flashing at the Lamborghini just ahead of him, who does move over, and Morgan takes the inside line through T1. He knows he's being pursued by Tariq Adam, and he needs to cut through this traffic as smoothly as he can. Oh, Bago Krobler, here we go. So, Bago Krobler's just, I missed it. He's just gone past Keegan Masters. So that position change, 6th and 7th, they swap positions. I saw the delta at the start line, and unfortunately we've missed the pass, but it's happened. 8th place, Barrington Smith in his Audi. LNR, the Berry Blixums. There we go. 9th place, Brandon Kruger doing awesomely well. Kinetic Simworks Racing, and Brandon in 9th place in the big V8 Aston. And there's our first drive through. It's Mr. Van Wyk from 15th. So he's had one too many off tracks and 4 off track penalties. That issues you with the drive through, unfortunately. Etienne Kleb chasing Brandon Kruger, but 3.5 seconds back with Mr. Vermeulen in his Bentley, very close behind Etienne Kleb. This gap is half a second, if that, at the moment. Jacques Vermeulen in Team Banana Boat. Got to be a sub-team name of LNR, but anyway. Oh, he didn't get through that chicane too smoothly. Okay, let's go and see what's going on back up. Tariq Adam. They have all closed up here. Oh, there's been another change. Morgan McCall has gone into third, I beg your pardon. So Luke Addison has now made another mistake, and Morgan's gone past him, and Tariq is now looking to get past him. So it's all coming apart at the end here for young Luke Addison. So Sherritt from Junior McCall from Morgan McCall with 26 minutes to go. And Tariq Adam looking to try and get by the ailing Aston Martin. I'm not too sure what could have gone wrong here, but I don't see any damage in the car. That was unfortunate, whatever happened, but he's still running. The gap between him, however, and Tariq Adam, literally half a second or less. And there you can see Morgan just a little bit further up the road from him. And on to lap 28. Oh, Tariq running very wide there. That's definitely, if he didn't lift, he'll have a warning for that. And Tariq 5.6 seconds up the road from his teammate, Bago Krobler. Keegan Masters, a nice result so far. He's in 7th. We've seen Keegan coming from as far back, I think, as 13th or 14th in the Porsche. Clearly that late pit stop did definitely work for him, as it did for Mr. Kruger. Ryan Barrington-Smith in 8th place in the Audi. Brandon Kruger in 9th place now, into the top 10, and driving a superb race. Jacques Vermeulen here in 11th, looking at the back of Etienne Kleb. With Johannes Kreiling just behind in 12th place in his Audi. So these three very close. Aston, Bentley, Audi. The Bentley looking very, very racy. A single file through that chicane. Up into the final turn, onto the start-finish line, and about to start lap 29. Oh, and that Audi got a huge drive off the last corner. Johannes Kreiling is up on the inside and going past already. He had a great drive out of the last corner, and that puts you. Oh, and he misses his braking point and almost T-bones Etienne Kleb. That allows Vermeulen to go back up the inside. Oh, these guys are dicing. Kreiling manages to keep the position. And Lionel Clues also arriving on the scene at the back. But there we go. So, Kleb, Vermeulen and Kreiling on they go. But there was some good position changing on the start-finish line. Kreiling got a huge drive out the final turn. Etienne Kleb's now got to be watching his mirrors because Johan Kreiling is right there. Johannes, I beg yours. And he's looking to come past. This is a very close four-way race right here. Kleb, Kreiling, Vermeulen and Clue, all of them. And they're coming up to a slow back marker, this Ferrari. Hopefully just get out the way or move over at least. He takes the outside line round turn 1, and this train of cars goes round and heads down for another lap. And there's a need to run defensive up against the wall. So Etienne Kleb can feel the pressure. Krayling in the Audi around the outside, and the Bentley also going up the inside there of Lionel Klug behind them. So this for 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and they 2 abreast through the Mercedes complex. Oh, they're 3 abreast. Gentlemen, this is going to end in tears, and does. The Bentley gets collected. The McLaren sneaks through somehow. And that's Lionel Klug's gone up. So the Bentley's, Vermeulen's the odd one out. He hasn't done well through there, and he's dropped back 2 or 3 positions. Jeez, there was a lot of action going on there. Just under 20 minutes to go. Jordan Sherritt still out in the lead. Mercedes is first, second, and third. So a bit of a manufacturer's domination here. But this race isn't over. Right at the moment, we've got Krayling from Klug. We've also got Daniel Rowe and Vermeulen here. These guys all involved in a huge ding-dong battle right now. Oh, Tariq Adam. Let's quickly go there. Yep, here's Tariq looking around the outside of youngster Luke Addison. Luke Addison positioning his car perfectly into turn 1, now turn 2, and Tariq has to just follow. Going a little bit further back down, in 18th place, Mark Antel in the BMW. Just ahead of Ryan Ottens. Ryan Ottens in the Aston Martin. Ryan Ottens for ZA Racing, and he is chasing hard. And then not too far behind Ryan Ottens, we've got Bertus Janse van Rensburg, Team Black Widow. He's had an eventful race this evening as well. As we have P. Fenty in the Bentley back into the pits. I don't know what that's about, but it's a very slow pit stop. Lionel Klug and Krayling and Kleb, these 3 still at it. Johannes Krayling in the screaming, wailing Audi, looking to try and make a move on Etienne Kleb. This is for 10th place. Krayling usually gets a very good drive out the final corner with this Audi, and he does again. As we go to the helicam, we're going to see there's a defensive line going on again. Etienne Kleb running middle of the track, now swings wide into the normal racing line. Krayling's looking up the inside. Oh, he's hard on the brakes. They're side by side as they enter the Mercedes-Benz complex, and Krayling cannot go around the outside of that corner and pulls back in. Lionel Klug right behind as well. These 3 are very close. And again, Lionel Klug looking around the outside of Krayling. That can't really work through there, but this is where these guys had a huge session 2 or 3 laps back. Now Krayling looking up the outside. Etienne Kleb having to run defensive right down the middle of the track. And they're all together here as they go into the... Oh, there's a little bit of a tap there. I beg your pardon. Krayling does get a little bit of a tap on Kleb, and the 4 of them are now going down the straight down to the hairpin. Oh, hopefully they all break. Oh, there's some more contact going on. Gosh, all the positions changing here. Oh, and their Bentley's just saying, get out the way. That was Vermeulen. That was Vermeulen on Kleb, I believe. Jeez, it's all happening here with 15 minutes to go. Lionel Clue coming off third best there. He got a huge side swipe from the big heavy Bentley, and he's dropped down to 12th. But geez, it's really all going on here. Daniel Rowe having to watch his mirrors as Mr. Krayling arrives on the back of him now. And then behind Johannes Krayling, we've got Jacques Vermeulen here back into the game in his Bentley with Etienne Kleb just behind him. So good racing going on here. We look ahead now, and Tariq Adam has he's gone up into 4th. He has passed Luke Addison. I think we saw that. Bago Grobler up in 6th place, with Keegan Masters in 7th in his Porsche, doing fantastically well. And Keegan Masters 1.4 seconds ahead of Ryan Barrington Smith in the Audi. Awesome, thank you, Aiden. Cine Stage Studios congratulating Bertus. I think we missed something there. I see a message retracted from Dane van Heerden. Nicola Janssen van Rensburg, go Bertus, JVR. And Bertus here in 20th in the McLaren. In fact, 19th. I think somebody might have just been disconnected, or maybe load shedding. But anyway, Bertus doing well. Just behind him, Ryan Ottens. So this dice has been going on like this for the best part of at least 20 minutes since the pit stop period. We coming down to the last 12 minutes, last 10 minutes of the race. And all the way up and down the field, we've seen some good racing. Just behind these guys, Hannes van Wyk here. Hannes van Wyk very close to the back of Daniel de Villiers in his Porsche. So I'll kind of jump around based on how close those deltas are in the orange that we can see on the timing screen. M. van Rooyen just behind here. Michael van Rooyen, look at this. That position change just happened. Going past Reitenbach in the Ferrari, the black Ferrari. And we still have 36 cars on the track, with Sean Skitter down at the back in the yellow and black Ferrari. Mr. Paul Fenter, he's out there in the banana boat, LNR Bentley, and he is 34th at the moment. Just to get a car to the finish line, and the checkered flag is a result on its own. So great stuff there. Tino Nkube, here he is in the big Mercedes, and he is close on the back of Martin Reitenbach, just up ahead of him. And Martin has a moment with the Ferrari, and Tina's now right there. Martin running defensive down to the hairpin. Hard on the brakes. Kubi trying to get the drive out of the hairpin in the big Merc, and here they come thundering up through the Schumacher chicane. And there comes Jordan Sherritt flying past our leader, passing in Kobe. So he's the man flashing. And onwards he goes. Tariq Adam in the thick of traffic here, flashing away at people to please move over. I think this is De Villiers. Oh, he left that a little bit late, but okay, gets through okay. Tariq goes past. And in the background there we can see Luke Addison also getting past in the Aston. And Luke Addison 1.9 seconds, 1.6 seconds off the back of Tariq. Junior McCall still in second place, 3.3 seconds up the road from his brother Morgan. Ryan Barrington-Smith getting involved in a race here with Keegan Masters. This for 7th place. Keegan into 7th. So I believe he's gone past Ryan Barrington-Smith. Keegan just progressing, driving that Porsche all the way up. He started in 13th or 14th, if memory serves me correctly. So, hello to Jason. How you, buddy? Vermeulen on cue. So let's go and see what's going on there. I think that was from just now. But Vermeulen has in fact gone past. Pit Buerta shouting for Kyle Ferreira. Kyle Ferreira, here he is in 33rd. Team Kyle Lamy Rangers. Chrome Aston Martin looking fantastic. And there in the background I can see the Porsche race with Keegan Masters. They're arriving on the scene here. So Ryan Barrington closing in on this with just under 8 minutes to go now. And Keegan Masters, I think, actually just took this position. So he's doing really well in the Porsche. Let's just jump back down to 14th place. Lionel Clue in the Black Widow McLaren, and he is half a second off the back of Etienne Kleb again. These guys have just kind of swung forward and backward. There were 4 just now, 2, they were all over the place. But good, awesome racing. Jason Isherwood in 17th place, looking at the back of Mr. Radloff. Oh, Mr. Radloff in the Lexus getting a little sideways, and Jason's right there with the McLaren. Oh, another bit of an exit tank slapper going on. And they head down to T1, starting lap 37 with 6.5 minutes to go. And Jason following the Lexus round, turn 1. Runs a little deep, but still in and behind as they head down through T2, T3, and then out onto the open section. Villiers just further back here. Oh, they're next to each other. This is a close race going on here. De Villiers desperately trying to get past Mr. Gerber. Daniel De Villiers, team After Hours, and he's now up on the outside of De Villiers as they head down. Now he's got the inside for the next corner, and that is a great overtaking move. That took 3 or 4 corners to get right, but that was well planned, and he's pulled that off. So De Villiers up into 22nd. Luke Addison in the Aston. Bago just behind him, and they are now going through some traffic. Up ahead, Tariq Adam closing in on the back of Morgan. This gap once just on a second. Sub 5 minutes left now, pretty much 2-3 laps left depending on where Jordan is on the track. So Tariq desperately hoping to try and close this gap down on the back of Morgan McCall. And in fact, he is closing the gap down. It's sub a second now. And there is traffic up ahead of Morgan. So we'll see if there's a position change here. Tariq driving the wheels off the McLaren oh, he's definitely closing up. And looking to try and get onto third place podium result finish. Arrive on the back of the Aston Martin, I beg your pardon, the Lamborghini. And everyone's flashing. Poor man in that Lambo doesn't know what to do. McCall desperately wanting to get past into the braking zone, and he swings across, closes the door on Tariq, who was actually doing a lick and send there. Back on board with Tariq, looking at the Mercedes ahead. 3 minutes 20 seconds left. Morgan having to put on brakes coming out of that corner, which you don't normally do. So Tariq's now right under the wing here. I wonder if Morgan's got a little handling problem or tyres are going off. A lot of brake lights going on. They send it down to the hairpin. Hard on the brakes here. Tight turn in, stay on the apex, then climb on the gas. Up we go through this fast chicane. Little bit of a lift that you can hear, audible lift from Tariq. Morgan having to take 2 dabs at the brake through there, and again 2 dabs. Youngsters have driven really well tonight. Junior doing exceptionally well, driving past a couple of other people's problems and getting himself into second place. And Morgan currently in third. Big defensive lines here from Morgan on Tariq Adams. And the gap now 2 seconds. We're going to watch this into T1. Morgan up on the pit wall, Tariq following him. Tariq goes left, Morgan stays on the inside. Tariq trying to do the undercut. He gets upside, he's next to Morgan. Can't do anything there, and Morgan holds his line, and into the Mercedes-Benz complex they go. Tariq definitely trying, he's trying to work a plan. There he gets very close. Morgan struggling coming out of the complex. Oh. Tariq seriously close now. Down they go, down to the hairpin. Just under a minute to go now. Let's go and see. Jordan Sherritt, our leader, he is on his way up. From here, he's going to have to put in one more lap. So there's one more lap from now on. He will get round to the line. I doubt he's going to slow down. And Jordan 17 seconds clear of Junior McCall. been a driving lesson indeed. And he goes over the line. This should now be the start of the last lap. Junior McCall coming around the final turn himself. And then Morgan McCall, closely followed by Tariq. Here they come again down to T1. Tariq again looking a little bit. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Morgan catches that. Manages to hold on, and into the Mercedes complex they go. Great respect being shown by both drivers here. Right there you can see Morgan struggles out there. Tariq flashing away. I know Sherritt's going to win the race, and he's almost about to get to the start-finish line, but this is an exciting run here. I think from here on, though, Morgan has it pretty much under control. On board with your race leader. This is the first round of the Custom Cut RT Solutions GT3 season here at RaceFace with your other sponsors, Resource Complete, Statement Watches and PWSR, and Jordan Sherritt onto the start-finish line. And I believe that'll be checkered flag. That was a driving lesson indeed. Congratulations. Junior McCall into the final turn, and he will now come across the line for a well-deserved second place. And third place, it's Morgan McCall, I think. No, Tariq Adam passed him by the looks of things. Tariq Adam got him on the last corner. So I have Tariq Adam in third place. Wow. Bago, 6th. Ryan Barrington-Smith, 7th. Keegan Masters, great 8th place in the Porsche. And everyone's just going to spin their tires and do some donuts, and there we go. So that is it as far as round 1, Division 1 from Nürburgring goes. As we see Mr. B. Kruger send it into the kitty litter, and a whole lot of safety rating points goes out the window. Everyone else still coming to finish their race. This still going on. Hall, Isherwood. It's all very close. There was racing all the way up and down the grid. 36 entries tonight. And good racing all the way through. Paul Cabot coming over the line. Good stuff. There we go. Right. So that is it for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a big thank you to everybody that joined us on the YouTube channel. Custom Cut RT Solutions for their sponsorship for the season. RaceFace, your favorite racing league. Resource Complete, Statement Watches. Thank you to everybody that joined on YouTube as well. And that, I believe, is that. And we will catch up with you next Thursday for round number 2. And yeah, great evening. Awesome racing. Thank you to Custom Cut, RT Solutions, and all the other sponsors and everybody for joining me here tonight from the commentary booth for RaceFace. My name's Alan Patterson, and I'm going to say good night.